I'm Ati Shubhan. I'm from Bangalore. I've scored 99.6% in my class 10th board exams. And in my 11th standard, I've chosen the science stream and I've opted for physics, chemistry, maths, and computer science. I'm also preparing for the JEE 2023 and I would love to crack the JEE mains in advanced.
Hello to everyone. I'm Prachi Bhadoria and I'm from Jaipur, born and raised. I scored 499 on 500 in my 10th grade board exams and missed the perfect score by 1 mark in Sanskrit. I'm currently studying physics, chemistry, maths along with economics and computer sciences as my subjects for 11th grade, and I will be appearing for JEE Mains and Advanced in 2023.
Hello everyone, my name is Hardik Agarwal and I am from Bulandshahr, a city which is not well renowned. It is in Uttar Pradesh. And I scored 499 on 500 in my board exams and I got 1 mark less in SST. And for class 11th, I have opted for PCM, Physics, Chemistry and Maths with Computer Science. And I aspire to crack the JEE Mains and Advanced 2023.
I would tell 5 points which are very important. First thing, as you have to study hard. You give your best every time, every day. Second thing is study smart. Whatever is in the syllabus and what are the important questions, the important concept that has to be covered first. And third thing is to pursue your passion or pursue your hobbies. It is because every time you study, it would be a monotonous day. And when you take small 10 to 15 minutes break, pursuing your passion, maybe singing or reading or cooking or gardening, it would just refresh your mind. And when you sit after that 15 minutes, you'll be much more focused than you were. And fourth thing I would tell is love your subjects. Once you love all your subjects at what you're reading, there won't be any distraction. I think you'll be always concentrated if you love what you do. There's no need to tell you that, keep your distractions away. Just love your subjects, which will help you flourish.
The strategy that I followed for my board exams and every other exam that I gave last year was that I used to establish daily goals and daily targets. I had a notebook where I wrote down all the things that I was supposed to complete within the day, and I made sure I did not go to sleep before I completed all of that. However, that did not mean that I was working 10 hours a day or 12 hours a day. I used to study for a lot less than just that and still managed to complete my targets. But that was very essential for me, the fact that I had to complete my syllabus and meet the deadlines on time. And obviously, I believe in the power of planning. I used to remind myself of my goals. I used to remind myself of the things that had motivated me. And that's when I thought to myself that whenever I had a distraction, that this is not my purpose, this is not my aim. So I used to remind myself of my clear priorities, and that helped me in minimizing my distractions and focusing on what really mattered.
My success mantra was HDR, hard work, determination, and resolution. The first two are very known. It's like everyone follows and says it, but resolution was, I took resolutions every day and small resolutions, not very large, and I made sure that I completed them.
I would tell pre-boards are really important. The first thing is you should complete your syllabus on time. Like if you look at my example, I've completed my syllabus by early October, late September. So try to complete your syllabus on time, and pre-boards are actually different than the mock test which you give at your house. It's because you'll know how the teachers correct your papers, you'll know the environment, what's the stress level you're at. And I think that's really important and you shouldn't take it lightly. For me, I don't think it would have been different like when I gave the pre-board, just that there'll be butterflies in our stomach when we know that our pre-boards are going to be the final test which you're going to give, that our marks depend on it.
Pre-boards play the role of mock tests and the thing that you're supposed to take most seriously before you go for your final examinations. The pre-board analysis that you do from the questions that you attempt and the papers that you give, I think they play a very fundamental role in deciding where you stand, what you need to work on, what are the areas that demand more effort, what are the areas that you're already good in. So I think the analysis part of pre-boards is extremely important, and I don't think there's something that should be taken lightly or thought of as something that we can get away with. Even if I had known that this is the final game, I don't think it would have made much of a difference. Probably make me a little more sensitized towards its importance. Apart from that mental factor, I don't think there would have been much difference in what I did or how I did it.
We had already known that our future result depends upon these exams, and I think I would not have been able to perform that much better, because it always has a pressure upon you that you have to perform better because your result depends upon it.
I would tell that Byju's played a really important role in my class 10, in acing my class 10th board exams. I think all the features of the Byju's are really helping us crack our exams. Subject wise, if I talk about mathematics, you basically have the last video to be a practice set of 1 or 1.5 hours, which will really talk about the previous year question papers, which will really help you complete the chapter as a whole after you watch all the videos. In physics and chemistry, you have some live experiments and you have some 3D visualizations which are shown of the molecules, the structure of the elements and compounds, and that really help you remember. And visualization will really help you in biology, especially in chapters like life processes, where I especially face the problem remembering the order where the blood flows in your body. And I think the 3D visualization of how the heart actually functions and the flow chart which was shown in class, I think it really helped me remember that concept.
Byju's was an important factor in my preparation for board exams. And the reason of that is I've always been a visual person. I've always felt that I grasp things more and absorb things more when I can see them. This obviously was a big help for that, especially in biology, because that was one of my weaker subjects. But the way Byju's taught me and the way those lectures were presented, they were some of the best biology classes that I have ever seen.
Byju's has been a great help to me, though the videos were recorded, but I always felt connected to the teacher as if it was face-to-face interaction. Also, the best thing which I liked about Byju's was a quiz challenge, in which we get a quiz and we compete with the students all over the world. We can choose a subject. Also, the practice test, the ACE, and then the different levels which the practice test had, never-ending tests. It was really very helpful.
I have written for 5 subjects, that is science, math, social science, English and Sanskrit. So for science, I would tell you, first read for all the 5 subjects, read your NCERT textbooks. And especially for science, try to go with the passage or comprehension-based questions to introduce easily. Try going a bit higher than your level so that you're prepared for instance. Just go a little bit higher and try to solve other questions. Be fascinated by science. It will really help you score very well. And for mathematics, it's just practice, practice, and practice. For the same question, try to arrive at different solutions. Try to solve various kinds of questions, not just practice. And for social science, for memory, I could tell you 2-3 things. First thing is for history, especially, try to remember it as a story. Like in our history, we had nationalism in Europe and nationalism in India. Especially in India, I remembered the sequence of independence. First, Gandhiji came to India in 1815 and that so on and so forth. Just try to remember all the dates. And second thing is spaced repetition. This is something called spaced repetition. You're on the same part of the day or in particular times, try to just go through the things that you do not remember and try to stick it everywhere, maybe in your dining hall, maybe your study table, and just try to go through it. And maybe I think by 1 month itself, you'll be able to remember everything. If you see my study table, you'll have a periodic table hanging. I think that would be very useful. And in English, I would tell you, try to read your textbooks just like you read your storybooks. You'll be very thorough with the text. And for Sanskrit, I didn't have any other strategy. I just read my textbooks and I was fluent with some Sanskrit text. So it was not much of a problem for me. Don't focus on the results that I should get 98%, 99%. And if you get less marks, don't get disheartened. It's not the end. You have much more to go in your life. And I'm sure all of you will succeed in your life.
The important thing is to make sure that you don't give up. It's to make sure that you always have a fight and determination left in you. Never ever let anything smother that spark that you have inside.